Everyone, it's Courtney, and if you've been following my channel lately, you know that we are about to move, where I haven't quite revealed yet, but if you'll hang in there with me for just a little bit longer, I think I'm almost ready. I am going to actually be packing up my yarn, so I thought it would be really fun if you guys came along with me to do this. As you see, I have just a few yarns behind me. These are some acrylic yarns in yellow and orange, and this one right here. So let's see what we're working with. Just gonna take these off so that we can open the box. Yep, so this is our box. This box is not very well organized, so let's organize it a little bit. This box is actually the box that I've been taking with me to different markets that I do. So it's got some display items in addition to some finished objects that I had on my booth at the markets. This is just like a sign that I had out, and I got this in 2024. Actually, I was making a bunch of these tiny little pumpkins and setting them on here. Here are some of the tiny little pumpkins. I think I'm gonna need a bag to put some of this in. Also, my girls have a jewelry brand that they sell at my table. Here is another sign. This one I made for some mystery bags that I was having on my market table in 2024. I'm just gonna empty out the shopping bag because I'm gonna put the yarn in a box, okay? I'm gonna put the yarn in one of these boxes. So it feels like I'm making a bigger mess to clean up, but now I'm gonna use this Walmart bag to put some of the things. So I'm just going to use this Walmart bag as a storage for these little pumpkins. And actually I've found that when I'm setting up at markets, it's a lot easier to bring my items over to my table to begin setting them up if they are in like a little bag like this. This here I'm actually going to set aside so we can use it when we get to our new place. Here I've got a bookmark. I made bookmarks like these back in 2023 to sell at a market actually before we left Atlanta. I've also got a dry erase marker just for writing on my tiny dry erase board. I've also got a couple items that I've made that haven't sold, and I've been debating whether I just want to keep them with me because they are so precious. Another category of things is these like display items. So this is mostly for displaying jewelry. I apologize, my lighting here is not the best, and I am also dealing with a crack in the phone screen. So in addition to having this fan light behind me, we've also got like this weird glare, but thank you all for bearing with me. Here I've got a couple of these bluebirds that I made that also didn't sell, so I'm just going to pack them up and maybe take them to our new state in case there is another opportunity to do a market there. Closet, there are a few more display items, so I'm going to check out those real quick and see if I can make it work to kind of put them in the box here with the rest of these market things. I kind of did this off camera, but I did get some of my display items, to display the amigurumi packed up. I also put this Jesus in here. I had made him to send to someone else, but he never was able to make the trip in the mail and got sent back to me. So I still have Jesus. I don't know. Let me know if you know of anyone who wants him. I'm trying to find him a good home. The three remaining items from this section of the closet that I'm unloading kind of as I'm taking out these market things are some tissue paper, which I do use in some of the gifts that I make, and also if I'm wrapping an order. Not that I do that too often, but if I'm wrapping an order to ship it to someone, I do like to use tissue paper. So I've got some tissue paper. Ooh, I've actually got this one more display item over here and a couple things that are inside that. It's like this. So this is like my table cover for my market. And oh my goodness. Ooh, oh no. Don't worry, you guys, we'll get that stuck back in there. My market table is literally falling apart as we speak. I've got some ornaments that I made a while ago, also some earrings with these like little Christmas trees that I knit back in like 2023. And I've got my inventory notebook, and I've got this little sign. Oh my goodness, yeah, I've got my business cards and a tablecloth that we put on the little table that we set up for the inventory that my daughters make. So yeah, as you see, I've got like everything over here. I've got to re-stick this on now. And also tissue paper, polyfill, and there's a whole other category of things that was kind of also in the closet, and that is teeny tiny yarn balls that I had wound for maybe teaching people to crochet at church. That didn't turn out very well, but it's okay. Honestly, I think that I'm going to need another box for this. One thing that I can do is fold up probably the rest of the tissue paper like this and slide it into the box that we are packing up now. All right, I've got this wrapping paper folded up. I'm just gonna find like a nice place to kind of smush it in there. I think the last thing that we can add to this box is a little bag of polyfill. I think that this box is packed. There's certainly more room for a few other items, but I want to keep it pretty contained to just a couple different categories of items. I keep these things pretty specific to my display and a couple other materials that we use. I did put just one more thing in there, and it is this bag of jewelry making supplies. This is my box of yarn, and apparently felt. I've taken out this little bag of, it looks like there's some scraps on this side, but this little bag of like also yarn scraps to put some smaller skeins in. So this is what we're working with now. I think I'm gonna keep this extra table cover for my market booth kind of pushed over to the side. Here's like a tiny bag of polyfill. I think I can put this in my bag of scraps. I had a little bit of polyfill to take for the crochet classes that didn't work out too much, but we had like one session. Okay, this is like a little amigurumi piece. Let me get this acrylic yarn organized and maybe some other things organized, and then I'll show you how it looks. Now to add just a few more things. It looks like our box is pretty much complete, but hold up you guys, I forgot the yarn that I bought at Hobby Lobby. It looks like I forgot to add some of the Walmart yarns too that were in the Hobby Lobby bag, I guess. So we'll get those added in. We'll just add in anything else that was kind of sitting on my ironing board that I hadn't put away yet. Now we're going to add the Premier Bunny yarn kind of on the top of all of this, and I can take it out and organize it in a different space perhaps when we get to our new place. You guys, is it all done? If not, I'm thinking it's at least pretty close. Oops, I forgot my Lion Brand order that just came in the mail. Hopefully we can smush this in at the top. Yep, I'll just try and smush some of these nice new yarns up here at the top. They're fresh, that's why they're sealed, I guess. I got this Feels Like Alpaca right here. I'm really excited to give that a try. And I also got a few skeins of the Skein tones. I've actually been wanting to give those a try since they came out, and that was years ago. These knitting needles were on clearance, so I grabbed some just in case somebody wanted to learn and needed to use some needles. The last thing is to add some felt at the top, of course. I think I was able to pretty much get my yarn packed away. There are still 2 items that I need packed, and I might just have to see if there's another box that those will fit in. For example, a much larger bag of polyfill. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.